Behind every cup of coffee is a story. But the story of Starbucks is more than just caffeine. It's the journey of a boy who grew up in the projects of Brooklyn and dreamed of more. This is the story of Howard Schultz. Howard didn't inherit wealth. He didn't have connections. What he did have was vision and pain. Watching his father lose job after job, watching his family struggle, that pain became his fuel. And that vision? It would change how the world drinks coffee. Howard Schultz was born on July 19, 1953, in Brooklyn, New York. He was raised in the Canarsie Bayview housing projects. His father worked odd jobs, truck driver, factory worker, cab driver, but nothing ever stuck. One accident, and the paycheck disappeared. But Howard had something rare in the projects, a burning desire to escape. Sports became his outlet. He won an athletic scholarship to Northern Michigan University, a moment that changed everything. At Northern Michigan, Howard wasn't the best student. He studied communications, but what he learned was how to talk to people. He worked selling Xerox machines door to door after college. It was there he learned resilience, the power of no, and how to keep moving. In 1981, Howard took a job at a small coffee company in Seattle called Starbucks. Back then, they didn't even sell lattes. But when he visited Italy, everything changed. Milan, 1983. Howard walks into a café, and it changes his life. The barista greets every customer by name. There's warmth, there's community. A third place, not home, not work, but something in between. In that moment, Howard sees what Starbucks could be. He returns to Seattle with fire in his eyes. "We need to sell coffee drinks," he tells Starbucks leadership, but the founders shut him down. Starbucks was about beans, not baristas. Howard was crushed, but he didn't quit. He made a decision. If they wouldn't do it, he would. In 1985, with borrowed money, Howard opened his own coffee shop, Il Giornale. Inspired by Italian cafes, it served espresso, lattes and cappuccinos, and customers loved it. But building a dream wasn't cheap. Howard needed money to grow. He pitched to 242 investors. And 217 said no. They said he was too idealistic, too intense, too emotional. Just when things seemed impossible, Starbucks itself went up for sale. Howard scrambled to raise $3.8 million. With sheer willpower, Howard pulled it off. In 1987, he bought Starbucks. But owning Starbucks didn't mean instant success. Many cities had never heard of espresso. Some Americans thought lattes were French soup. Howard had to fight a battle every day. Howard focused on one thing: customer experience. He trained baristas to remember names. Little by little, Starbucks grew. People weren't just buying coffee, they were buying a moment, a feeling, a place. In 1992, Starbucks went public. The company had just 165 stores, but Howard wasn't building a coffee chain. He was building a movement. Over the next 2 decades, Starbucks would expand into over 80 countries. But Howard didn't just scale locations. He scaled culture. He pushed for ethical sourcing, healthcare for employees. He believed in treating workers with dignity, because he remembered what it felt like to be invisible. In 2008, during the financial crisis, Starbucks lost its way. Stores closed. And Howard returned. He closed every store for a day to reteach how to make espresso. It worked. Starbucks bounced back. By 2011, revenue had nearly doubled. New ventures launched, reserve roasteries. Howard showed the world the ability to reinvent a giant. In 2017, Howard Schultz stepped down again, this time for good. He left behind over 30,000 stores. But more importantly, he left behind a legacy. As a storyteller, a builder of human connection, Howard watched his father break down. That pain shaped him, but he turned it into purpose. Your pain can do the same. When no one believed coffee could be something more, he did. Vision is seeing what doesn't exist yet, not with your eyes, but with your belief. What's your vision? Schultz didn't build Starbucks with spreadsheets, he built it with heart. Build something real, and people will feel it. Howard built more than a brand, he built belonging, and so can you. Whatever your dream is, start. You don't need perfect, you need passion.